Alright. Ah, shit. Well, that was a shake, wasn't it? I'm not really gonna edit these videos. Not too much, at least. Because, well, I don't feel like it. That's all. What is this? This is empty. This is empty. Yeah, this place is full of bullshit that needs throwing away. I'm making headway. Don't judge me too much. So, boots. Where did I put the boots? There they are. Boots again. Now, I started with the what was their name? Magnum Ultima, whatever, which was around. I talked about the Greek army boot, which was let's say a friendly chat about what happens to some people. This is almost like a love letter. This is the first combat boot I ever wore. This is the first good boot I ever wore. And well, let's see where this takes us. The German combat boot. I think I've heard about it being talked as the German para boot or something for paratroopers and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. So, just like the Greek boot, full leather. This way, all the way to the top. Very, very good, very water resistant. When they're generally new, when they're functional. These have seen some shit. I've had these for 5 years, although they don't all count because it was the lockdown era. So let's say 2.5, 3 years, essentially. This is my second pair. I can't find the first, though I don't recall throwing them away, actually, because they were wearable when I stopped wearing them. What do I have to say about this boot? They're not light boots, by any stretch of the imagination. From what I recall, they weigh about 0.5 kilogram. I don't know how much that's in pounds. They're a heavy shoe. Like they're not Jack Taylor's. Let's say that. As you can see, I've walked more than 100 miles. Way more than 100 miles. Like in 3 years, let's ignore the 2 years of lockdown and the few walks I had with during that time. They took me through cities, through villages, through towns, through fields, mud, low rivers. They've seen it all, and they lasted that long. I actually wore these until relatively recently, which was a bad idea, because I call this a 2-year max shoe, and though they look fine from the outside, well, they're showing their wear, like here, it just got torn off. Probably something heavy, because this doesn't have the same issue anywhere. Yep. So, as I've said, these have seen some shit. Got wet, dried, got wet, dried, got wet, dried again. And I'm talking about the inside, actually, because people get sweaty, feet get sweaty. Am I still recording, actually? Let me check. Yeah, I'm recording. Have these fucking sticks. I can't have a smoke. I want to have a smoke and I can't, because my lungs are fucked. It's not corona, I checked. I'm just unlucky. Allergic to bullshit. I'm not actually allergic to bullshit, which is nice, because I'd be dead. So, construction. They're built well, they're built like tanks. We've taken all that shit. All leather, very good stitching. After 5 years of existing, the stitching has started giving out. I like the fact that it's actually, let me check. Nope, that's not the stitching. It's mostly heavy leather. This part is one layer of a thinner layer of leather, and it got fact right here where it creases the most, right inside the shoe. So if I treated them with some Vaseline right in this indentation and kept them tight, they'd probably be quite water resistant. Ankle support, they've saved me more than once from breaking my ankle. I can't tell. You can't tell. It doesn't give out really much. It'll give a little, but if you wore a lower shoe, your whole will, no, you don't. Where's my beer? Oh. If you had a lower shoe, your ankle would get fucked. Oh shit. Huh. They had insoles. That's weird. I didn't know. You don't want to see that. Let me just check it out. It's some kind of... It looks like Cordura 1000 or something. And they have holes right before the toes. And that's all you need to know. Yeah, nose. As I said, allergies, not much I can do right now. I'm in an allergy-inducing place. The workshop's in the basement. I would not guess that they had, that they came with insoles because they were so hard. They are hard shoes. They're not, out of the box. These are manufactured by Mission from Haix MFH. I don't know if they make the original boots too. But yeah, they're not comfortable shoes in and of themselves. Like, you don't want to be wearing these without a good insole. Like, holy shit, that's hard. Let's try the other one with the insole. Yeah, I guess it does something, but this is a sharp thing. Yeah, I'd never guess this was an insole. I was guessing that this was the sole itself. So the sole itself will not take any bullshit. Let me try take a random knife and just stab it. Let's see what happens. Wear gloves. Be careful. You're gonna get fucked. Okay, let me try this with something sharper. Because is the rubber really that hard? I expected it to go like a millimeter in. This is freshly sharpened, so it went in less than the Greek army boot went in. That's weird. Because I thought the Greek army boots were, harder. This is somehow even harder, which is good. I mean, I've walked on broken glass with this, and I did not care. So they're heavy. They're almost waterproof. Like, when I say almost, it's an asterisk. I've walked in water up to the ankle with these boots, and then my feet were dry. Perfectly fine. and I probably got a number too large, a size too large, because I had insoles in these, my insoles. These are fucking huge. Well, you learn something every day. Construction, you know, the stitching is good. Like 5-year boots, nothing is really getting destroyed. If I push, you see it? There are no gaps here. There are no gaps whatsoever. Maybe a small one here. It's a stitching. The back is starting to give out. Let me just... Yeah, it doesn't give a fuck. Let me just give this a look too. I did not expect that. So, I've talked about how a sole is made, is stuck on the boot itself. Some incompetent fuck did the same thing as the Greek army did. Right here, it's sliced. Yeah, the leather ends here, there's a slice, and the leather continues. I know that I didn't make the cut. It didn't happen as long as I used them. But at the same time, it was shallow enough that it really didn't matter. If I didn't understand it until now, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine. Get back in your box. There you go. I mean, the sole itself, I never slipped in these. Like, I never slipped, except the time that I was, you know, walking on mud on top of pavement. So, yeah. What can a sole do if you have no actual contact with the pavement, with a solid thing? I've walked on oil with these, and, you know, I wasn't extremely stable, but I didn't fall, which is important when you're walking on oil. Ice, not so good. Also, can you see this? Yeah, you can see this. So I'll leave it here. Nope. It's fine. So the sole. The sole is almost shiny now. Okay, give me a few seconds. All right, we're recording again. I blew my nose a few times, sprayed a bunch of stuff in it. Let's hope I'll be able to breathe for like 5 minutes. That's how much I need. So the sole is shiny now. It had a good texture that it doesn't anymore, but no, I never felt unsafe with these. You can see here. It got it in the way because I put a lot of weight as I take the foot to the front. The heel takes a lot of shit, and it handled it wonderfully. And I'm willing to bet that if I was walking more miles in harsher terrain, it would take it. A shoulder wearing this would not be disappointed, I think. He wouldn't feel unsafe. So when I went to buy it, now I made conversation. I asked, who buys these shoes? Because they're huge. They don't look comfortable, but they are, and they're heavy. These are not easy shoes to walk and to run in if you're not used to them. And the guy from the store told me, yeah, army guys, they never buy these in Greece. The ones who buy these shoes, these boots, are pig farmers, because they can take pig shit and stuff is acidic a lot. So normal shoes, thinner boots like the Greek boot, or shoes that are badly made for any reason, like the Greek boot. Holy shit, that was loud. Can I do the same? No. That tells you something about the Greek boot. Which is, you know, let me just put them side to side. Can you see anything? You can't see shit. That's great. So, the Greek boot, not as well made. But you need a good boot if you're stepping in big shit all the time. A lot of pig farmers apparently buy these. They last quite a long time compared to, you know, any normal shoe. Same failure in this one. The inside of the shoe, I never actually took care of these boots, other than clean them a bit with some dry cloth. So I wouldn't help them dry. I would not put any shining creams on them. Just take off the laces, which were great, by the way. The laces that come with this one are great. They last as long as the shoe, and they last a long time. So never put any signing compounds here. I just rubbed them with a cloth, and they were fine. They were just fine. The inside not so much, because as we've just established, I was essentially wearing a size or two, maybe, who knows, too big. My socks were rubbing in the inside, and they're fucked. And I don't know if I can show you, but they're fucked. Absolutely fucking fucked. The leather just dried out and I kept wearing them until it hurt too much. And you know, I was ripping pieces of it. You can't tell from the outside. The boot doesn't care. Your feet are the weak link here. I'm trying to think of if I have anything else to say. Let me just do this, because I saw Roseanne will do it. Come on. Come on. He doesn't give a fuck. Just rub it off with the back of my glove, like a rough thing. Back to normal, almost. Well, I never burned them. So, would I buy these again? Honestly, I bought 1, 2, 3 pairs since I bought these boots. I regret buying them. 4 pairs actually. Well, maybe I'll make another video and talk about the other pair. The newer or older, I didn't get it. I could not find enough references. But there is one more German army boot, which I'll talk about, which I did not like whatsoever, and I'll talk about the next time. Have a good one. Goodbye.